2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness O'Connor or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
Yesterday after the show, I spent the day up at Springbrook,
nice.
in the hinterland. We got a little place up there, Hartwood, and we didn't know what the damage was as far as how it had gone through the cyclone or ex-tropical cyclone or whatever the bloody hell it is, old Elfie. So we went up there and the house is fine, which is great, but a fair few trees had come down, like crossing the driveway. So Scott was on the, what's it called, the chainsaw.
Brother-in-law, Scott.
Yeah, brother-in-law. He was on the chainsaw, and we were.
Seems like he's better for that than you.
Emptying the carnage, mate. They freak me out.
I don't
chainsaws.
think you ever need to touch a chainsaw, mate. No, and when I say that, I mean me neither. I will never, in my life, I will never touch a chainsaw.
You know what?
That and circular saws, they freak me out. I just always imagine them just snapping off and just chop your head off.
Mitch, you could be stuck under a tree, needing me as the only person around and a chainsaw, and I'd put the chainsaw down and I'd walk away from you.
Yep.
You would die that day. You would die that day, Mitch.
Holding up my hand. Don't break your promise, Lutzi. Stay true to who you are.
To be fair, you do have the complexion of someone who would walk away from manual labour.
Yeah, that's racist. On so many levels, that's offensive to almost everyone listening.
Chainsaws freak me out. I actually had one of my old footy coaches actually died in a chainsaw accident. You know him, Lutzi, a Norse boy, and they freak me.
Right.
I can't look at them without thinking of that guy and the whole thing. So anyway, so Scotty was on the chainsaw. Levi and I and Jode and Rach, we were all in clean-up mode, and it was the leeches, man. The leeches. They get you. And my feet were just like Scott was picking off leeches off his shoulders. It was like
you got to let him finish.
This thing had been on his shoulder for long enough. Like that,
They get big.
Oh, this thing on his shoulder, mate, it blew. I was getting them off me pretty quickly, but this one on his shoulder was like fat. Anyway, we did that, and so all that's a bit freaky. And they're weird, those things. Like my feet this morning are so bloody itchy from those leeches, but.
They're bad. Springwood, that's like Springbrook's like near Lamington and stuff. Hey, that's up there a lot. We did a trip.
It's rainforest, mate.
Someone found one after what trip we did at camp. Someone found one. Speaking of the Pyrenean, which we were yesterday, in that area, one had been there for 3 days. It was the size of a bloody small tanker.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
I know, right?
And they're just a weird creature. But anyway, after that, I've left. And I got the creepy crawlies. Jody had found fresh bread. So I went, I'm going to drop over to my mum's and drop in some fresh bread. She's at Main Beach, by the way. So it's like where I'm out of the wilderness. As I'm walking up to mum's front door, there was a bloody snake right on the tiled pavement, right at her front door. I nearly stepped on it. I don't know. I got a video of it. I could send a video of it. It was only a small snake, but it just freaked me out. And I don't know if it was a brown snake, but it was brown. It was brown. So it was a brown snake.
By definition, it was. Yeah.
Yes.
So it could have been a whip snake as well, because they look kind of similar-ish.
Can't you Google them now and it tells you, Nikki? Isn't that a thing?
Do you know your snakes? Do you know your snakes?
I'm pretty good at snakes. If you sent me a video of it, I'd probably know what it is.
But can't you Google like you do a T-shirt and it tells you where to get it? These days you can Google a snake and a picture. And
but a baby brown and a whip snake often look very similar.
No, the Google it, no, though.
You know, I'm sending it to our Brekkie Show chat.
So
I got a video.
I
don't know. The sand dunes, the beach, like it's a beachy area. I don't know.
That scares me even more. I was hoping it'd come from the wilderness and run out of,
run.
It had got up on its hind legs, run out of the wilderness.
It was wearing hokers.
They have
It was
hidden
wearing
hind legs.
hokers.
In disasters, they have hidden hind legs. Hind legs.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Found myself yesterday doing something I don't do very often, is trying to get together ingredients to cook an actual meal. I know that sounds strange,
Good on
but
you, mate.
someone was cooking for me, which is again very rare. But so I had to do the shopping for it. And
So hang on, you weren't actually cooking. You just had to
No.
do
I was just doing the shopping for the cooking. So someone sent me an
okay.
ingredients list, and I had to then grab that. And
What was the meal? What were you shopping for?
it was like pork and veal meatballs pasta, I'm going to say.
Oh.
Yeah, it's quite nice, but it requires certain things, which meant I had to go to the largest sort of Coles Woolworths situation, and during a cyclone, probably not the best time to start.
Nah,
investigating.
you're not getting everything you want.
It was a nightmare.
No.
Did you have like your sat nav out so you could navigate your way around? Because I'd imagine you haven't been there before.
I didn't know I didn't know what aisles things were in. Like I'd been there, but I go there. I know where salt and vinegar chips are. I know where Weiss ice creams are, but I don't know where eggs are. And as it turns out, eggs aren't there anyway during a cyclone. So
No,
the fruit and veg.
or milk. Yeah,
The fruit
you get to find out in a time like this what people
Yeah,
want,
yeah.
and more importantly, what people don't want.
I put something
because
up
if
on
you're not
Instagram,
getting bought
yeah.
now, no one wants you.
I put something on my gram yesterday, the 5 things left on the shelves, Ash, and it was like kangaroo meat. No one eats that,
Yeah.
apparently. That was left. That was the only thing in the meat thing was kangaroo
Is that
meat.
right? Is that
The
right?
only vegetables, I forget, what was I? Put it up. It was turnips. There was 8 turnips left. So
turnip.
This is the equivalent. This is
Not
the food
even in a
equivalent.
cyclone, mate, and I going near a turnip.
This is the food equivalent of
Yes.
when you're at school and it's pick a team and
Yeah.
the last man or woman standing is
Yes.
in the team. You don't want to be that person. That's the turnip. The
Yeah.
turnip
I wouldn't
is-
even know what to do with a turnip.
What do you do with a turnip? It's ridiculous.
What is a turnip? Is a turnip like like a sweet potato type
looked like
deal? Or what do you do with it?
It looked like
what do you?
a knobby-looking vegetable. That's all.
I love
Pull
that.
them out of your ears when you've got ear boogers. That's a
They
turnip.
were left. There was sandwiches. There was egg sandwiches, and you could see where the egg had gone halfway through the bread. Like it was gross. That was the only thing
it was a half-assed egg sandwich, like a half-assed made egg
And that was
sandwich.
it. And that was in one of the big ones, one of the big places. And then eggs, no eggs. So
Oh no, no, you're not getting any eggs. No,
I needed one egg for this. The ingredients I'd been sent through. I spent, I kid you not, 5 hours yesterday afternoon trying to find an egg, and eventually
Oh, no.
I went to. Which this is interesting though, because I went to some, like one of those Quickie Mart sort of joints just at Clayfield, and they said, the big boss has gone to Sunnybank to buy eggs and bring them back. They'll be here at 3:00. So I went home, had a rest, and then drove back. And sure enough, he'd found what he thinks is the only carton of eggs left in Brisbane at this point, and I bought 12 eggs. The other 11 will rot in my fridge, but I bought 12 eggs for this ingredient. But then my mate Crowie, he texted me out of the blue because I put
I
something...
can't believe you got those eggs.
I
But
got the egg, and
Yeah.
my mate Crowie texted me because I put up on Instagram that the last 5 things left on the shelves, and he goes, mate, just go to there was a place at like Clayfield Markets, which is more of a boutique-y sort of place, I guess. But he showed me the fruit and veg there. It was wall to wall, every fruit and veg. It was like the Garden of Eden. So how come they get it all, and yet the other big ones are completely empty? Is that just because people want to save money, or what?
Or has that bloke got his distribution down pat? Like, is
Exactly.
he?
You should see. I put the video up of what it was like yesterday, and it was out of control.
It's the local producers. They're the ones who, at the end of the day, the local farmers will look after. And the butchers too. If you ever can't find eggs, usually the butchers have them because
Well, that's what someone
they
said to
hook
me.
each other up. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
right.
got to. That's when you go local. Don't go to the big department stores because
yeah.
they're stuck in the chain and
Yes.
and they've got trucks coming and they can't make it through. You go local because you got old mate
Yeah.
Gary who just takes his truck down to his mate's farm, says chuck us some eggs, chucks them, goes back and gives them to you.
Exactly right. Well, that's what was happening yesterday. So I don't know.
But do you reckon those big chains, just on that issue, that if, do they cut back on the turnips now? Are they taking note of what is actually left? Are they going, maybe the
Exactly.
kangaroo, I don't know. if you're not getting bought now,
Yes.
when there's panic buying going on from whatever morons are out there panic buying, like it's the last time we're ever going to be able to go to the shop. But if that's getting rejected, that's a pretty heavy statement.
What was the other one, Mitch? Chocos? I'm going to say they were called
Chocos.
It was Chocos and turnips was the only two things on the entire...
Hang on, are Chocos edible? I thought they were just...
They're not edible. My grandma used to feed them to us as children. I'll tell you how bad Chocos are. Chocos are when we did Kokoda, Nikki, in 2015.
Yeah.
You had a ration pack, and the ration packs, there wasn't much in them, so... but we walked past, for 93 kilometres and 7 days, we walked past huge rainforests full of choco vines. Not one person picked one off to cook it that night or do anything. It's like, nah, I'd rather eat the sole of my shoe.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Now, it's been interesting hearing that people were without power for 5 days. Was it on the Gold Coast, Ash?
Well, still some people are without power.
Because
it'd be going on about that long, I guess. Yeah.
I got chatting to a dealer I know, a car dealer I know, who lives up in Townsville, and he's had his fair share of cyclones. And they say that a lot of people aren't on board with EVs. They kind of give them a hard time. But fun fact, he said during the cyclone he powered his house when they ran out of power with his electric vehicle for 5 days. What? I'm like, what? And apparently this is a thing. You can power your house for up to 3 to 7 days. A whole house if you run out of power by just, all you need is let me have a read. You need a bi-directional EV charger. So you've just got to get this adapter thing, and you can plug your car into your...
Yeah, it sucks and blows.
Yeah, so it sucks the energy.
Yeah.
And that just blew my mind. I said, why are they not advertising this? It's currently still illegal. You're not allowed to do it.
Really?
And it makes me think, well... I'm sorry, but if there's a cyclone happening and you're without power, you should very much be allowed to plug your old car into your house and charge her up.
What's illegal about it? What's the rule that you're breaking?
Thing.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a safety thing or if the power mongers, the power players don't want you doing it. I don't know what the red tape is, but to me it just seems like all of a sudden EVs just got a whole lot cooler.
But
because when I was
what is it they're doing? So you're using the battery power from the car to
sending it back in your house.
Yeah, is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Yes. So it's got. Hang on, wait. It's got, how much power does it have? Lots. Look, it's got lots. It's got lots of power. But I remember when I was doing the big trip with Hyundai where we drove across Australia in an electric vehicle, and they got me to do this thing one morning where we made breakfast on the dash of it. So we put the little adapter in and we made waffles, and I GHD'd my hair and blow waved it and did all of these things with the EV. So, yeah, to anyone going that EVs aren't cool, hello. I think Alfred just made the stock go up somewhat. We just need to make it legal, really. I'm kind of encouraging people to do illegal stuff, but
so what did you use? Did you just use like the old cigarette, thingy of the car to do that, or did you use one of those reverse things?
No, it's where you charge it in the front or in the butt, depending on where the hole is.
Yeah.
You just plug her in. You plug the adapter in, and then you just put your normal cables into the adapter. It's like a multi-adapter with all the little fronds.
Yeah, right. So that's the same as what the people are using in their houses then?
That's different. That's bigger. That's a bi-directional charger. I think that's what they've got in the caravan parks, I think.
Yeah, right.
They've got those little adapter things. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you some technical update.
Positivity.
It's tech time with Nikki Osborne.
Yeah, I was going to call someone like an EV person, but I'm like, no, because it's frowned upon still. They probably don't want to be seen to encouraging it. But I can, because no one's going to slap the book on me because I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, to be fair.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
Now, we were chatting to Jim Jeffries a few weeks ago on the show because he interpreted the lyrics from YMCA as something. Well, he said it was a gay anthem and they tried to sue him. And that got the conversation going about, well, are we misinterpreting a lot of songs? And that one sprang to mind in particular for me, and that is Meatloaf's I Would Do Anything for Love, but I won't do that. Do you have a clip?
So what was it he wasn't doing?
Well, this is blown up on Reddit because everyone's got their interpretation of what he won't do for love. I mean, plenty. Everyone's got something they won't do for love, but on Reddit, they've said diet. The answer is diet. There's some rude ones in there. He won't stop riding a motorbike in the rain. Anyway, the list goes on. They're talking about other things as well to do with sausages, but we won't talk about that. But it got me thinking.
If you see the chick in the film clip,
oh, she's hot.
You do almost anything for love, I can guarantee you, particularly if you're Meatloaf.
But I think there would be something.
That fat prick should be so lucky to get someone like her, is all I'm saying.
Oh, poor Meatloaf.
No, he's a man, you can say it. It's all right.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently he was on a Celebrity Apprentice and he said to one of the producers working there, walked past one of the models on set that day, and he said, I'd do that for love. But
why are you defending him?
Because, I don't know, because I'm playing devil's advocate. Shut up. Anyway, I was chatting to Jeremy about this because we came into our relationship when we first got together with a 5-year plan, and we were talking about, you know, all the things we wanted to do, and one of his was move back to London. And I said I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. That is the one thing that I won't do for Jeremy. I won't do it. What about you, Ash? What won't you do for love?
Oh, geez, I don't know. Well, one of the big ones that we had was Jode wanted, like when I first met her, early days before we even thought we'd get married or whatever, I was like, no, I want 2 kids. I want 2 kids. And we had 2 kids. They were both boys, and Jode desperately wanted a girl, and she wore me down, and I stood firm on that for, I think there's like is it a 7 or 8 year difference between Sid and Archie? And eventually I went, all right, okay, we'll go for a girl. And we ended up, you know, with a kid that's got more testosterone than, Schwarzenegger on the gear. So I ended up relenting on the one thing that I said that I wouldn't do, which is the 3-kid rule.
Well, that's love. That's it, mate.
So that's it, yeah. Other than that...
But you wear the pink fluffy handcuffs and the...
Oh, yeah, Nikki. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, in that way,
sure.
he'll do almost anything for love in that way.
I'll do anything for love.
What about
pink handcuffs?
What about you, Lutzi? What would you do for love?
We've got the obvious ones, like the Perineum Falcon, the Boston Steamer, the Philadelphia Fruit Cup. They're the big 3. But, I mean...
I wish I knew what any of those were.
Above
in fact,
that,
I don't want to know what any of those are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mitch!
I'm probably a little stiffer on compromise, you would argue, than most.
Well, I'm starting to think maybe you are, because you have been... You're not married.
No, well, that's
you're
exactly.
not a spring chicken.
Yeah,
so I think you might have...
I'm a strong believer in happiness starting within and then pushing that out, and if other people can contribute to your happiness, then jump on board if you can't piss off.
but like Meatloaf, I feel like you've got an extensive
like a
list
Hallmark
of things
card.
you won't do.
Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
What was that?
He's just agreeing with him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, before the break, we were chatting about things we won't do for love, inspired by Meatloaf's I'd Do Anything Except That.
What is in the song, what is that, by the way?
Okay.
What is it that he won't do?
That is... Okay, they track back through his lyrics. Forget the way she feels right now. Forgive himself if they don't go all the way that night. Do it better than he does it with her. Stop dreaming of her every night of his life. See that it's time to move on. Be screwing around. They're the things he won't do.
Oh.
So apparently that's kind of because they're all the
The
lyrics
only one
that
I
he
understood
sings.
was that he won't be screwing around. That's all that I actually
Because she sings it, the hottie patottie. Who's that hot woman in the video clip he's punching well above and he's got her locked on a bed?
I think she's just a model.
No, she's an amazing singer.
No, but I don't think it's her actually singing.
No, I think it's a bit of horses
It's
type
a bit
action.
of Margaret
That's
Earlich
what I
action
got-
from
yeah.
Horses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, she.
I was gonna
she didn't
say,
make the
what
cut
a
for the video.
package.
That ain't Margaret
Yeah,
Earlich
no.
riding a horse down the beach in Horses. I can tell you. She was left on the
Okay.
reserves bench for that one.
Well, Margaret's got
Margaret,
a
we're
bloody
going
good
in
voice.
a different direction for the film clip. Yeah.
Imagine
Could
getting
you
that call.
imagine?
Yes. Oh.
How offensive.
We do
Hey,
anything
guys,
for
when
number
are we
one
shooting
hit,
the film
but
clip?
we
When
won't
are we-
do that.
I'm wearing this one piece that I got for my birthday 4 years ago. No, Margaret, you won't be in the film clip, unfortunately.
Somebody said that we're riding horses in the film clip, but I can't ride a horse.
And then they give her a horse suit and say, wear that and you can join the herd.
They might as well have. How offensive.
That's so offensive.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Anyway, we put it out there. Someone's called in. Who have we got there?
Yeah, we lost Shano. He said that
No,
he
a good one.
he won't stop smoking. He said that the smoking is non-negotiable, right? That's the thing.
So he smokes, but he's saying he wouldn't smoke.
Would-
He would not do that.
Yeah, but
Oh, right. If she wanted him to take up the darbs.
No,
Yeah.
if you want him to stop
Stop.
taking
They
the
won't
dump,
do
No,
it.
yeah, okay,
Will not
right.
give it up.
No.
won't do that.
Darren out of Mount
That's
Cravat,
it.
we're going to set you up with a little bit of meatloaf, and you got to finish off the sentence. You all right?
Yeah, mate.
Okay, here we go.
What?
Put the toilet seat down.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
You wouldn't
that was
do
a
that,
guttural
mate.
sound.
Come on.
Stubborn.
No way am I doing that. He'd do that in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, he'd do that. you are cracking jokes. If that's the biggest one, you're drawing the line in the
If it
sand.
was-
No.
If that's Miranda Kerr, he's down
Yeah.
polishing the damn seat
Oh,
every
yeah.
bloody morning. So we're Royal Buck can sit on it.
You're full of it. You are full of it.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness O'Connor or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.